Good morning, friends. Myself, Jatin Dave from Ma Ashapura English School. Welcome to all. Today, we are going to learn in chapter number 2, polynomials. Yesterday, we studied in chapter number 2 some basic concept like definition of polynomial, degrees of polynomial, value of polynomial, zero of polynomial, and number of zeros. In the second teaching point, we discuss geometrical meaning of zeros of some polynomial. Yesterday I said tomorrow will be start with exercise number 2.1 and then after a new topic. So first of all, let's see your textbook, page number 28, exercise number 2.1. Question number 1 and all. The graph of y is equal to px are given in the figure below. Some polynomials px, find the number of zeros of px in each case. Here's 6 graphs present on your text page. In each case, we find the number of zeros. Above all, graph number 1, the number of zeros is 0, has the graph being parallel to the x-axis. Does not intersect it. Therefore, number of 0 is 0. Graph number 2, the number of 0 is 1 as the graph intersect the x-axis at one point only. Third, the number of 0 is 3 as the graph intersect the x-axis at 3 points. Graph number 4 shows the number of zeros is 2 as the graph intersect the x-axis at 2 points. Graph number 5, the number of zeros is 4 as the graph intersect the x-axis at 4 points. And last, the number of zeros is 3 as the graph intersect the x-axis at 3 points. Okay, let's now topic number 2. Today we are going to discuss a relationship between the zeros and coefficient of a polynomial. First one, quadratic polynomial. For quadratic polynomial, if alpha and beta are zeros of the quadratic polynomial, here we represent the quadratic polynomial in the form of px is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, where a does not 0. Then sum of zeros, that means alpha plus beta, because alpha and beta are our zeros of the quadratic polynomial. So sum of zeros equal to alpha plus beta equal to minus b upon a, where b is called the coefficient of x and a is a coefficient of x square. And secondly, the product of 0 is equal to alpha beta. Product of 0 is equal to alpha into beta is equal to c upon a, where c is the constant term and a is a coefficient of x square. For example, as seen earlier, we know that alpha is equal to 1 and beta is equal to 2 are two zeros of the polynomial px is equal to x square minus 3x plus 2. See the page carefully. Our polynomial is x square minus 3x plus 2 has two zeros. Alpha is equal to 1 and beta is equal to 2. Now alpha plus beta is equal to 1 plus 2 equal to 3. Put the value in the form of coefficient alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a, where b is the coefficient of x and a is equal to coefficient of x square, which are respectively minus 3 and 1. So put the value minus into bracket minus 3 by 1 is equal to 3 by 1 means 3. And alpha beta means product of alpha beta is equal to 1 multiply 2 is equal to 2. Or in the form of coefficient c upon a, where c is a constant term upon a is a coefficient of x square, and we get 2 by 1 is equal to 2. So conversely, if alpha plus beta are given two zeros of a quadratic polynomial, then that polynomial is given by px is equal to x square minus into bracket alpha plus alpha beta, or more generally px is equal to k into bracket x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta, where k is any non-zero real number. Let alpha and beta be zeros of quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c. Then if alpha plus beta are opposite numbers, then b is equal to 0, and if alpha plus beta are reciprocal, then c is equal to a. Now we perform some textual example for a relationship between zeros and coefficient of a polynomial. Turn your textbook page and see the example number 2. I read, find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square plus 7x plus 10 and verify the relationship between the zeros and coefficient. We have x square plus 7x plus 10. Split the middle term in two parts, 2x plus 5x. Then we get four terms, x square plus 2x plus 5x plus 10. Now making the pair of two terms, first pair is x square plus 2x, second is 5x plus 10. Now get common factor of both the pair, and we get x into bracket x plus 2 plus 5 into bracket x plus 2, and finally we get x plus 2 and x plus 5. That means the factors of x square plus 7x plus 10 is equal to x plus 2 and x plus 5. So value of x square plus 7x plus 10 is 0 when x plus 2 is equal to 0 or x plus 5 is equal to 0. That means when x is equal to minus 2 or x is equal to minus 5. Therefore, the zeros of polynomial x square plus 7x plus 10 are minus 2 and minus 5. Now, sum of zeros. Minus 2 plus minus 5 is equal to minus 7. That means minus into bracket 7 by 1. Here 7 is the coefficient of x and 1 is coefficient of x square. Second, product of zeros is equal to minus 2 multiply minus 5 is equal to 10. That means we write 10 by 1. Here 10 is the constant term and coefficient of x square is 1. Let's see another example. Example number 3. Find the zeros of the polynomial x square minus 3 and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. Our polynomial is x square minus 3. We can write x square minus 3 in the form of x square minus root 3 whole square, and we get the factors x minus root 3 and x plus root 3. So the values of x square minus 3 is 0 when x is equal to root 3 or x is equal to minus root 3. Therefore, the zeros of x square minus 3 are root 3 and minus root 3. Now, sum of zeros is equal to root 3 plus into bracket minus root 3. Both the numbers are opposite to each other and therefore the sum of the numbers is 0. Means 0 by 1. Here 0 is the coefficient of x and coefficient of x square is 1. Product of 0 is equal to root 3 into minus root 3, therefore minus 3. Because root 3 into root 3 is a root 3 square, and simplify this, we get 3. Therefore, minus 3 by 1 means 3 is a constant term and 1 is a coefficient of x square. Now, let's perform question number 4. Find a quadratic polynomial, the sum and product of whose zeros are minus 3 and 2 respectively. So let's quadratic polynomial be ax square plus bx plus c and its zero be alpha and beta. We have alpha plus beta is equal to minus 3. That means minus b upon a is equal to minus 3. And alpha beta is equal to 2. That means c upon a is equal to 2. If alpha is equal to 1, then b is equal to 3 and c is equal to 2. So, one quadratic polynomial which fits the given condition is x square plus 3x plus 2. You can check that any other quadratic polynomial that fits this condition will be of form k into bracket x square plus 3x plus 2, where k is a non-zero real number. Taking the different values of a, we get different values of k in the polynomial in the form of k into bracket x square plus 3x plus 2. Also, the basic form of the polynomial can easily be verified by x square minus into bracket alpha plus beta bracket over into x plus alpha beta is the quadratic polynomial with zeros alpha and beta. Now, again turn the previous page and try to understand next basic concept, cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial. If alpha, beta and gamma are the zeros of the cubic polynomial, px is equal to ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where a does not equal to 0, then sum of the zeros means alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b upon a, where b is the coefficient of x square and a is the coefficient of x cube. Sum of the product of the zeros taken two at a time, that means alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to c upon a, where c is a coefficient of x and a is a coefficient of x cube. And third one, the product of zeros means alpha beta gamma is equal to minus d upon a. d is a constant term and a is a coefficient of x cube. Now, let us to understand with a consider example. Here we consider the cubic polynomial px is equal to x cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6. Here, if we get x is equal to 1, then p1 is equal to 1 minus 6 plus 11 minus 6 equals 0. p2 is equal to 8 minus 24 plus 22 minus 6 equal to 0, and p3 is equal to 27 minus 54 plus 33 minus 6 equal to 0. Hence, alpha is equal to 1, beta is equal to 2 and gamma is equal to 3 are zeros of polynomial px is equal to x cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6. Now, sum of zeros. means alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 equal to 6, or we can write in the form minus into bracket minus 6 by 1 is equal to minus b upon a. Here b is the coefficient of x square, which is minus 6. A is the coefficient of x cube, which is 1. Second form, sum of the product of the zeros taken 2 at a time means alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus 3 into 1. Therefore, 2 plus 6 plus 3 is equal to 11, and we can write 11 by 1 equal to c upon a. Here c is the coefficient of x, which is 11, and coefficient of x cube is a, which is 1. Now product of zeros alpha beta gamma is equal to 1 into 2 into 3 is equal to 6, and we can write minus 6 by 1 is equal to minus d upon a, where d is a constant term, which is minus 6, and a is a coefficient of x cube. A cubic polynomial with zeros alpha, beta and gamma is given by k into bracket x cube minus into bracket alpha plus beta plus gamma into x square plus another bracket alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha into x minus alpha beta gamma, where k is a non-zero real number. Last point, zeros and factors of a polynomial. If a is one of the zeros of a polynomial px, then x minus a is a factor of a polynomial px. If a and b two of the zeros of the polynomial px, then x minus a and x minus b equal to x square minus into bracket a plus b bracket over into x plus ab is a factor of the polynomial px. Students, here some identities show for your knowledge. I hope these identities are helpful to further study. I read the some identities like first one, x plus a into x plus b equal to x square plus into bracket a plus b into x plus ab. X plus or minus y whole square is equal to x square plus or minus 2x plus y square. X plus y into x minus y is equal to x square minus y square. X plus y plus z whole square is equal to x square plus y square plus z square plus 2xy plus 2yz plus 2zx. X plus y whole cube is equal to x cube plus y cube plus 3xy into bracket x plus y, or x cube plus 3x square y plus 3xy square plus y cube. X minus y whole cube is equal to x cube minus y cube minus 3xy into bracket x minus y, or x cube minus 3x square y plus 3xy square minus y cube. And last, x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xy is equal to first bracket x plus y plus z into another bracket x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus zx. I hope so. You understand very well, and now try to solve whole exam from the exercise 2.2. Dear students, remember one thing, exercise 2.2 from the lesson polynomial is a very, very important exercise. Okay, so try to solve all the exercise carefully. Tomorrow we'll be meet with another important method, and exam point of view we discuss the division of polynomial. So wait and watch. Thank you for you watch this video. and bye bye.